Joining me now, as he does every Sunday, is Associate Editor at The Australian, Graham Lloyd. And quite the explosive week for Gladys Berejiklian and Graham. We spoke to Matt Keane earlier. He slammed ICAC over its process, which took 2 years for the findings to be released. What do you make of it all? And what does it mean for the National Anti-Corruption Commission going forward?
Yeah, good morning, Andrew. Well, I listened to Matt Keane's comments, and the area where there seems to be some level of bipartisan support is that in this case the process very much has become the punishment, where ICAC has delivered a finding that's not going to be prosecuted in any sense. I think the public would look at it and say, well, it's pretty strange that you can have a finding of sort of serious corruption when the person that was found to be corrupt hasn't personally benefited financially, and neither has the person on the other side of the transaction. But I take the points that you were making about the ministerial code, but Berejiklian should really have disclosed her personal relationships, and it's all very grubby and been a horrible process for her. I think the ICAC could have come out of it better than it did, and I think the decision for the federal authority is to decide how far it looks back and how far it really monitors things that are going on in the present day.
And the latest inflation figures out last week, easing numbers, 5.6 instead of 7 or 8% inflation. The Treasurer also announced new surplus figures. What impact do you think this will have on the interest rates decision this week?
Well, I think the expectation is that rates may stay on hold, but the outlook's still a bit unclear. Certainly, inflation was off more than people expected, but still reasonably high. And then later in the week, there were consumer spending figures that show, look, consumers are still out there spending money, so perhaps things aren't slowing down as much as the Reserve Bank would like. The surplus, the danger is how much of that gets sort of baked into recurrent expenditure in the future, given that a large part of it came from high commodity prices that probably won't stay that high for that long.
We always say that, but they seem to, don't they, Graham? Thanks so much for your time this morning.
They do. Thank you.